These are the only exercises you need as a man to look attractive. And take my word for it, it's not what you expect. So, to know the exercises that are the most important, you need to know the muscles that are most important. The muscle groups that are the most important are the ones that build your V taper or your X frame if you include legs. But I'm going to focus more on the upper body side. So we start off with the shoulders. That's what builds your V taper. Your V taper is built by shoulders, lats, and I'd argue your chest as well, the upper one. But let's focus on the shoulders and lats first, and then we go to the other ones. So you need two exercises, right? So you need to build your shoulders and lats. And the most effective way to build your muscles is making sure that you stimulate your protein synthesis every time. You don't miss like hours and shit. So what's protein synthesis? Protein synthesis is a sophisticated name for muscle building. So this process lasts for 24 to 48 hours, right? So you doing a split like a push-pull split is kind of like ass because, sorry, you miss out on muscle building. So for an example, let's say you do the push-pull split. Monday it's push. Let's make the example for the shoulder. Monday is push, meaning the shoulder is stimulated. On Tuesday, you don't stimulate the shoulder because it's pull day, I think. Yeah, pull day. You stimulate your back muscles, lats, and whatever, right? And then the next day is legs. That means you already missed the 48-hour window for muscle building, because protein synthesis muscle building for the shoulder in this example is not stimulated after 48 hours. That means that protein synthesis, which means the muscle building, goes down, right? A lot of guys think like you build muscle every single time, but the process lasts for 48 hours. That means after 48 hours or 24 to some other individuals, your shit starts to fade. It stops growing, right? And once something stops growing, it starts dying. Even you as an example. But with the shoulder, you're missing out on hours, like 24 hours of muscle building. So that's what I'm trying to that's the idea of this program that I use. I have a document below that shows everything, how I train. But I was trying to plug that shit. But like for the shoulders, for the V-taper stuff, for shoulders, you need two exercises if you're going to do like the full body. You need a shoulder press, which is the only compound movement for shoulders. And then you also need lateral raises, which is one of the best, if not the best, muscle building exercise. So those are the only two exercises you need for the shoulder. So how do you execute them? For the shoulder press, I prefer you when like the negative, when you go down, when the weight is going down to your chest like this, go slower, like slower. So you start off like that, and then you go slow, right? You can be explosive, but I prefer you go back like a little bit faster, but like not too fast, right? That's the way. That's the way you do it, right? So that's the first compound exercises for shoulder, and for lateral raises, it's not much that you can do, but for form, the negative, it's the same thing. When the weight goes down, make sure like you slow, because the negative is more important than the positive, right? The stretch, if you want to say so, I don't know. And then the negative. And then we go to the lats. The lats are important, right? The lats is the lats, two exercises that I enjoy and that build the effective, like the most effective for building muscle is pull-ups, weighted ones, but you can start with normal. If you don't know how to do normal, you're a bitch, by the way, you need assistance. They can assist you and then you can build on from that, right? But pull-ups, make sure the negative is also like every exercise I tell you to do, the negative is the most important thing. Which means here, when you are going, you're pulling. When you are going down, the negative, that's the negative. That's the most important one. So when you are stretching, like when you're hanging in the bar, with the bar, what you do is just pause for a second and then go back. Slow, and focus on form. And then with lat pull downs, which is the next exercise for lats, you do the same thing. You pull slow, and then you let it go slower. Lat pull downs. So in this exercise, the negative and positive are important for me, the way I view it. And then make sure your elbows are straight, like parallel or perpendicular. Parallel, I don't know. To your wrist, like this, not like this. Stop pulling like this. Pull like this. Even if it's like the let pull downward thingy is like pull to your neck and chest. Make sure it's parallel. Perpendicular, parallel, I don't know. Yeah, they are parallel. Sorry. But that's how you do lat pull downs, which is your V taper, right? Those are probably, if you're starting out, the exercises you need. And then the chest is bench press, either variation, dumbbells or bar. The most important, the advice I give you is with chest and bench press is simple. A closed chain exercise is better than a non-closed, right? What do I mean by that? Free weight, which means the dumbbell in this case, is not more effective than a barbell. There are studies, you can check them out. But because like it's a closed chain shit, I've read studies, you can read a study, I'll link it down below, you can read it, whatever, if you're a nerd about this shit. But barbell is better than dumbbell in that case, right? So you are now like, you have a V taper. Those are the most important muscles, right? Shoulder, lats, chest, even abs for that front frame, right? For abs you can train. You can look up on YouTube. I don't train abs because like they're visible already, so I don't train them. I just lower my body percentage and be lean. Those are the most important muscles. So let's get to how you eat, right? The way you eat, I suggest you do liquid food. Simple. Just eat liquid food. Simple as that. Don't eat your food, drink it. That's the sentence or the statement or whatever I'd tell you. So remember, link to know how I work out to have this physique. I don't know what to say. It's just a short video for today. Just like talking and shit. Just giving you like free game. Subscribe and like. Comment. Yeah. Catch you on the next one.